very industrious eaglet. I call him Mo. He had two siblings this year. One died of heat exhaustion and the second one was electrocuted on a high tension wire. Watch Mo as he thinks. Notice how he's picking up sticks around the rim of the nest. Why is he doing that? I've watched these eagles on this particular nest for 6 years now, and Mo was a very unusual one. He didn't talk at all when he was young. He didn't squawk like the other two. However, now that the two siblings are going, he talks all the time. But keep an eye on him. His mind is thinking, and he's thinking deep. And he gets inspired just like we do while we're thinking. Keep watching, and you'll see an eaglet that is finding out how to weave small sticks, then bigger sticks. His mind is active all the time. You might think he's sleeping right now, but he's not. He's looking over those small sticks. Wonder what he'll think next. He's all alone in the nest. I haven't seen his parents all day long. Something just caught his attention. Perhaps he sees something I don't. Maybe he'll forget the nest building activities that are going on in his mind. Then again, like I've said, he's a pretty industrious eaglet. It's frustrating when you can't get into the mind of an eaglet. Still, it keeps me wondering what goes through the brain in that small head. Why does he feel possessed to pick up sticks? When I was young, they called this instinct. I guess that's as good a word as you could have for some endeavors for eaglets. What I do know, they think. Sometimes they think better than I do. Why is he trying to pick up such a big stick with such a small beak? Why does he change his mind so much? Oh look, another stick is moving around. You can bet there's reasons for every move this eaglet makes. He must have found a stick that stuck. That's hard to say. He pauses. He thinks. You might start believing it's just a mindless activity. I don't think so. Now he's tucking some very fine material into and around some of the sticks that he just moved a tiny bit. The sun isn't shining right now, but it is one of the first clear days where we're not being bombarded by Canadian fires. I hope the sun comes back out. Makes for much better photography. A normal person would turn this camera off about now, but why? I'm thinking too. I'm thinking, why is he so infatuated with moving sticks and other materials around in the nest at this age? I haven't seen this behavior in other eaglets. I'm sure they probably do it, but I know this is the first time I've observed a young eaglet doing this much activity. Uh-oh, what's going through his pea brain right now? Looks like he's thinking about bigger endeavors. He's surveilling the entire nest. Now he's fired up. Oh! You got a feet full of branches. Do that again. That was kind of fun to watch. Now that's another big twig sitting out there. Well, that's not a twig, that's a limb. Holy smokes. I don't know about you, but I find observations of critters is really fun. Come on, Mo. Do some more playing with sticks. It's getting a bit boring, isn't it? That's what wildlife photography is all about. Hours and hours of boredom and sudden things like stick picking, jumping up and down, getting frustrated. I guess I wouldn't call him a champion weaver yet, but he's sure making some effort to do something. Bald eagles are interesting birds in that they learn all the time. It'll take about 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years before he'll find a mate with whom he'll spend the rest of his life unless death makes one of them disappear. Bald eagles are unique in the fact that they do everything together and share all duties together in raising their young. And they're smart enough to know when to leave the young alone a trait humans could be better at. Well, looks like he's seeing something or somebody about now. He might have heard something. I think I hear a helicopter in the background. Might be the Care Flight helicopter up around Versailles. Funny thing, distractions like helicopters don't bother the eagles whatsoever. It's funny that we know that eagles think, and we know humans think, but I think it's funny that my brain is being taught by an eaglet who knows a lot more about nest making than I do, and it's just a baby. How many kids do you know, human kids, that could be thinking about how to weave a nest of sticks when they're only about a half a year old? Nature is a marvelous thing to observe. Well, it looks like he's nested or settled in here. He's looking around. Usually when an eaglet looks around, he sees or hears something I don't. So I'm going to kind of watch and listen a little more myself. I know one thing. He'll become vocal if one of the adults shows up. This time of the year, the adults let the eaglets alone a lot. That's hard to say. Wait a minute. He sees something and he's talking. Oh, what do you see? Oh, I see it. That's one of your parents, but I can't recognize him. See you later.